Jai Gurudev, it's a great joy to talk to you again about an item what Maharishi did. Well, one often hears people claiming, oh, he did this and that wrong and it should be better and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to explain to you from my view from 1967 to now, where I watch everything what was happening in the movement and what was happening outside of the movement in the world, what Maharishi did. Well, I know of 3 occasions when he saved mankind. Mankind was very often in the Cold War very, very short before extinction, before the 3rd nuclear war. And Maharishi stopped this. And I can tell you 3 occasions about that. The first occasion was the Kubacrisis. It's long ago. The Soviet ships with atomic weapons came near to Cuba, and President Kennedy said, oh, here's the red line. When they move over the red line, we send our rockets to the Soviet Union. Third World War. So the world was in great fear of what is happening now. And the Soviet leaders, they said, no, we do not go back, we go forward. Of course, everyone is proud. Maharishi heard this. Maharishi was in the United States at this time. He heard this, and he said, I immediately have to go to the nearest island of this point where these things happened with the ships. And he was brought to this island, and he went to the utmost corner of the island, so he was as near as possible to the place where the ships were. And he meditated there for hours. And what happens? The ships stopped, and they turned and went back without the order from Russia. The Soviet government didn't tell them to turn back. They did it by themselves, out of... there was someone meditating nearby. Maharishi has saved mankind in the Kubacrisis. I was there involved, was in winter 78 to 79. I was minister of the world government in Germany. And Maharishi often said before also, oh, it is very dangerous now, you should start courses immediately in Germany, and they should make courses and meditate and make flying program and all this kind of things. So we were used to this thing. We were always thinking, oh, Maharishi is just saying these things to press us, but where is there danger? We don't see danger. At those days, when you see the danger, it's too late. And now, at this winter time, he said, this now is very, very serious. All guns are pointed to Germany. He phoned several times and said, all guns are pointed to Germany. Immediately go to the north of Germany at the coast of the Baltic Sea, Weißenhäuser Strand and Fehmarn, this area. Hire all hotels and bungalows for holidays and stuff and room accommodations, and everyone should go there. All meditators, all yogic flyers, everyone should go there. And immediately start to meditate and immediately start yogic flying program. We don't have any other kind of program, just make this kind of program. No lecture, no nothing, meditate and program. So we drummed the drums, and said everyone should go. Leave everything behind. Leave family behind. Leave job behind. Just come there immediately. Many came. My minister colleague, Peter Flint, made immediately the contracts with the hotels, and he was a victim because when he had made all these contracts with the hotels, he had a car accident, and he was severely injured, and was, I think, 2 years in hospital, and with very badly injured kidneys and other things, and he looked horrible when I visited him in hospital. Well, I made the reception with my friends, and the meditators came, and DM teachers came, and siddhas came, and maybe 700, 800, 900, I don't know, maybe even 1,000. There we put them in all the hotels, in all the tourist bungalows, and one must know that at this winter time, it's not a nice place there. No tourist goes there, so everything was empty, and we could fill it all with the people. After 2-3 days, in the morning I opened the door of my bungalow, and there was snow from the bottom to the top. I pushed my arm through it because I thought, oh, it is a wall maybe of 30 centimeters thick or what. It wasn't. There was snow. I put my arm through it and there was snow. I never have seen this. I went upstairs. The first floor looked out of the window, and the complete area was full of snow. I switched on the radio, and the radio said it is a snow catastrophe. Nothing is moving anymore. No cars can move. No train moves. No aeroplane. Nothing is able to move. Only some German army tanks can move to bring medicine to ill people. And I saw there moving the German Leopard tank moving over through the snow. You just could see the commander coming out on top of the tank, and you could hear some cars getting crushed because the tank driver couldn't see where he's going. And we were all thinking, oh, this is the good effect of so many people meditating there, because in the scriptures there is the sentence, when people transcend in the hot desert, snow begin to fall. This is the proof. This is the only example of a proof for somebody who is transcending, that snow falls in a hot place when somebody is transcending. It's very interesting. So we said, oh, see, this is the great influence because we are meditating and all this, so much snow. We were then there for 1-2 weeks in the snow meditating, and snow became less then, and some workers came and shoveled some streets where you could walk. Now, some month ago in NTV, or maybe you know NTV, the news TV, brought a documentary about this time. And they were explaining that the Soviet Union, Poland and East Germany had a maneuver at this time in the Baltic Sea with tremendous amount of soldiers, ships and weapons. And they had the plan to attack North Germany out of this maneuver and invade Germany. Invade Germany. In this area where we were meditating. Imagine what would have happened. This would be the cause of the Third World War. This would mean that the United States would start the nuclear curtain through Germany, because they have a curtain from North to South Germany with nuclear fire, so the Russian army couldn't go through, and this means this is the end of everything. This is the end of European culture, of European mankind. This is the end of everything. This was the second thing where I can explain you what Maharishi did. He saved our lives. He not only gives us a nice meditation to transcend, he didn't not only gives us pulse reading and Ayurveda and Sthapatya Veda and all this. This is pure luxury. What he did, what he gave to us was, he gave us our lives. The lives of us, our children and friends. And yeah, it's tremendous. The third thing was, I also saw this in NTV. It is the world at the edge of extinction, something like this documentary, about Stanislaw Petrow. You can Google him in Google, Stanislaw Petrow, a Russian. It was in 1983 where Maharishi was being very active with yakyas. And it was 1983, and what happens? He is the commander in this place where he watches the screens, where the satellites are watching the American rocket silos, where the rockets come to Russia. And his task was not only to watch it, his order was, when the American rockets go to the Soviet Union, he should push a certain button, and then the second nuclear stroke would be launched. Rockets coming from Soviet Union to the United States. For every city in the United States would have then 3 to 5 nuclear explosions. This would wipe out United States for many, many thousand years. Can you imagine? So this was this man with the order to start the second stroke when he sees that United States would attack Soviet Union. And on one day, the day is fixed, Google this, he saw on his monitors and the computers they had there that America has started all his long-range rockets in direction to the Soviet Union. Imagine this. And then his order was to push a button to start the second stroke. This was his order. This is why he lived. He was a soldier and he had to do this. And he saw it and he checked it was right. The rockets were coming to the Soviet Union to extinct Soviet Union completely. He had to push, but he didn't. And you know why? He said suddenly he had a very strange feeling. And the feeling told him not to do it. It was just a feeling. He didn't do it. He was punished for that from the Soviet Union. He came into a gulag for that. The Americans gave him the Medal of Honor for saving the United States. Stanislaw Petrow has saved the world because he did not push the button. It was, of course, a mistake of the Russian satellites. 3 times Maharishi historically has saved our lives, our complete culture. Can he make a mistake? Doesn't matter. Jai Gurudev.